Shalom, family. Good to see you all. Hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. Well, we're going to talk about some sightings reported from Texas and some also from Washington, D.C. So, in a very short period of time in Texas, they have been seeing these black flying pyramids up in the air, and they don't know what they are. So, of course, they're what they call them now, the UAP, and they make no sound. They're flying, and there have been 20 different sites around different locations in Texas. Washington, D.C., there have been pyramids spotted over the Pentagon. But I guess they won't see it now since the government is shut down. So I need to do another story on Three Eye Atlas. NASA has pretty much shut down their website. They won't be doing any more updates as long as the government is shut down. So if you're looking at NASA for your information on Three Eye Atlas, I'm afraid you're not going to get any updates at all. All right. So let's get into this. I'm going to show you a video that came out on the Daily Wire. So it's mysterious black pyramid UFO seen flying over US in broad daylight. Now, they said initially these things would fly at night and somebody with a really good eye would spot it up in the air, but now these are all happening during the day. Go figure. All right. Let me share. I want to show you the Daily Mail first. Okay, let me stop that here. Video. Okay, here we go. Okay, please give me a one if you can see my screen. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to refresh this. You're going to look at a commercial.
From legal protection to tax advantages, Delaware is the most business friendly state in the nation. But you still need to make sure you.
Okay. So that's the one the Daily Wire put out. Not Wire, I'm sorry. Daily Mail. And I'm going to stop this. Yeah. Okay. So these sightings of these pyramids have been going on for probably over a decade. People have been spotting them up in the sky even at night. Now, why Texas is getting the most out of the rest of the country, I don't know. I really don't know. But they are. Now, according to the article that came out, they said that, for a while, people would spot these in Texas at night, but lately they've been coming out in broad daylight. And one sighting took place on September 8th in Trenton, Texas, around 8 p.m., when a pair of witnesses spotted the pyramid shaped object moving eastward for at least 2 minutes. Texas resident who was on their property at the time of the sighting was able to zoom in and take the clear video, the one you just saw. So they're saying that, from what they are looking at, it looks like a pyramid. And everybody that have seen this said there is absolutely no sound whatsoever. And some people describe it as a black triangle flying over above, a black triangle. And it's estimated to be going around 20 to 30 miles per hour in the sky. So, the object was estimated between 6 to 7 feet long. So, they said it's relatively large than an ordinary balloon. So, this is around the 20th time by the time this article came out, which is September 29th. This is the 20th time a sighting was seen in Texas. They said in May there was another sighting of a large black triangle in the sky, and they said this one was the size of a football field and it had green lights on it. And that sucker had to be huge. Just the day before, there was an incident of one in New York, and they said it was around 30,000 feet above, had no sound. It was black with white lights around the edges, according to reports. The triangle or pyramid shaped UFO have become one of the most common sightings by self proclaimed UFO witnesses. Texas has been one of the biggest hotspots when it comes to UFOs sightings. So who knows? Who knows why? Now, I know my state is a very busy site for UFOs. It always have been. You can even go back to the 60s. And a lot of people here in New Jersey were spotting them left and right up in the sky. So just behind Texas is Florida and Washington State, with the sheer number of sightings that have come from residents in these areas. However, no state has logged as many as California, which sent 17,000 alleged sightings of these pyramids flying up in the sky. So, y'all, let's get to these TikTok videos so you can see what some of the people are saying. Yep, Georgia. Yep. And I think if you're in a coastal state, it seems like the coastal states are always the busiest ones. And Georgia is near the coast. And it just seems to be very busy activity, you know? So some of these were even spotted by the Navy. So it's not like it was just residential areas only. It was a naval ship, and also some Navy pilots have seen these black pyramids in the sky. All right, let me go ahead and show you this video. Can everybody see my screen? Please give me a one if you can see my screen. No, you're not crazy. Look, there are people that are picking up all kinds of weird things on their Ring cameras too. You know, they'll have like these weird shaped shadows going past, and the ring camera picks up on it and it doesn't look human. Or you'll have something in the sky that gets captured on the ring camera. So that's been happening a lot around the country as well. So, no, you're not crazy when you think you see these things. I really believe they are there, and I believe they've always been here. All right. Thank you, everybody.
What's that shit?
This next series of videos really blows my mind. I know a lot of you guys have heard of it. I know some of you may have seen it, but this is the famous pyramid hovering over the Pentagon UFO. What's wild about this and why I chose to add it to this list and why I think it's very credible is that it wasn't just this viewer seeing this. We're getting this UFO from multiple angles. Here is another angle, another person, same pyramid. You can kind of see it in this one. It's a little bit harder to see because of the light pollution, but you can still see it hovering over the Pentagon.
Where is it? Give me the camera. What is this? I mean, what the fuck is that?
At this angle, it's almost impossible to see, but just as he passes this light here, you'll kind of get a visual of it again, which makes me feel like maybe it has some form of cloaking mechanism, or I don't know what, but this is a strange anomaly. If you notice, the pyramid is actually moving and rotating in the sky.
I see it. Turn right, turn right, turn right. You see it? Where is it?
I love the little subtext commentary. Like, can it be an ancient god? It instantly, people automatically equate like ancient Egypt to pyramids, which I mean, of course, but there were pyramids in other places. I think it's so funny.
What? It's gone. I don't see it. Man, do you see it? I've heard something on the news, something about Russia, military. No, it's not Russia. It's Pentagon. I seen it already, man. It was a new stealth bomber. It was announced in the news. You know. No, man.
Another reason I love this set of videos is because the people that are seeing this are not letting it go. Like, we see a lot of UFO videos where like, oh my god, look at that, and they stop recording midway. These people are like driving around the city. The passenger is still recording, looking at a whole other perspective, different person. Like, people saw this over the Pentagon and they were like, what the hell is this? And they would not let it go. I mean, the thing almost looks transparent. It baffles me, and it almost looks like the bottom side is only visible because of the light pollution reflected on its bottom. I don't know. This one blew my mind.
The Daily Mail is reporting a mysterious black pyramid UFO was flying over Texas. What is this all about? So according to the news, a new footage of a mysterious flying object over Texas in broad daylight has been revealed by UFO hunters. The sighting took place on September 8th in Texas, just after 8 p.m. When a pair of witnesses spotted a pyramid-shaped object moving east for at least 2 minutes. Okay. The Texas resident who was on their property at the time of the sighting was able to zoom in and take a clear video of the alleged craft as it emerged from a nearby tree line about 100 feet in the air. Okay, so the obvious answer will be a plastic bag or trash bag, right? Filled with helium, right? And on the corner, you can see something that is tied up to it. Second, the guy who was recording these alleged Black Pyramid UFO was not making any noise. So obviously, if it's a bag with helium inside, and it's not going to make any noise. So that is very obvious, right? But who am I to dictate, right? If this thing is just some type of real UAP or the real ETs, right? I don't know. It just seemed a little bit off to me. I just don't think this is a real ET craft, or even a UAP. To me, it just looked like a trash bag with helium inside, right? Tied up in the corner. Somebody just put it out there. They recorded, and but I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Do you think this is a real UAP or a real ET craft from another world? Let me know in the comments what you think about this.
Yeah, so this filmmaker, he just released this video that was taken by the U.S. Navy. He says that this is the best UFO video that has ever been released to the public, but there are a lot more questions than there are answers.
Who are they? Where are they from? And what is their intent?
All questions that immediately come to mind with the mention of UFOs.
We are now at a tipping point. It is time to let the public know what is known, no matter how big or small, what is known about the UFO presence on planet Earth.
LA-based investigative filmmaker Jeremy Corbell recently released this video taken by the Navy, showing what he describes as pyramid-shaped UFOs flying over the USS Russell off the San Diego coast in July of 2019.
UFOs are real. They're flying with impunity within our restricted airspace. They represent an advanced and sophisticated technology. And it's a technology that requires scientific scrutiny and study.
The Pentagon has since confirmed that the video is authentic. It's part of a recent data dump by Corbell and investigative reporter George Knapp. These pictures were taken by a pilot in March of 2019, apparently showing 3 different UFOs. 2 have since been dubbed the metallic blimp and the sphere. Corbell says these images from a Navy ship show a UFO seamlessly traveling through air and water.
The astonishing thing about it was its transmedium characteristic, meaning it was able to breach or penetrate the air-to-sea barrier without destruction. We don't have vehicles that can do that at high velocity, where it can go from flying to, into the water.
The goal is to expand the conversation about UFOs and demand transparency from the American government.
I don't know what it is we're seeing, but what I do know is that we should find out. And this is the role that the Department of Defense needs to play. The script has flipped, and people are now taking this seriously and eliminating the unnecessary ridicule that has stigmatized the UFO topic.
And, we may get some answers very soon. The U.S. government actually set to release a report just on UFOs this upcoming June. Some people believe that it's going to show there have been a lot more sightings than have been made public in the past. Reporting live in El Segundo, Chelsea Edwards. Alex, Christine, back to you.
Chelsea, how are you not the lead story?
Yeah.
All this is true. So, do we know, does the government really have a team that's dedicated to UFOs?
You know, I learned so much about this today. I did not know this previously. Yes, there's actually a team. It's called the Pentagon. It's the Pentagon's team. It's called the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force. Quite a mouthful. Don't try to say that 10 times fast. So it's actually established last August, and its main mission is to identify and document any kinds of UFOs that could potentially be a threat to American security. So the government really taking this seriously with that task force.
Imagine what kind of NDAs those people have to sign. Chelsea Edwards, thank you. Interesting.
Okay, y'all. So the ones that are seen in Texas, they're starting to say more and more of them are during the day. So they have documented 20. And I would imagine it's probably going to be a lot more. Very interesting, if nothing else. Now, I got videos that I'm going to show, but I think I'm going to wait until Sabbath. I already got it together, but I'm going to probably publish it. One is on the actual pyramids that are all around America, around this country. And you're going to see some of them. And some of them, you could be driving along and see them right from the highway. Now, according to the people that came and stole the land, they want to act like history began when they showed up, which is laughable and completely inaccurate. But it just proves that there was once an ancient society here. And in America, they estimate there are about 120 pyramids. Here in New Jersey, the pyramid is gone, but the base of the pyramid is still there. And the base of the pyramid in New Jersey is 880 feet. This thing, the base of it is a monster. It is huge. But they said that base was once part of a pyramid. And that's in my state. There are others in Pennsylvania, Ohio, a bunch of them in California. So I'm going to show y'all. Texas got a whole bunch of them. Florida. These pyramids are literally everywhere. And some of y'all might be passing by them every day and you don't even realize what you're looking at. Because this country has lied and said some of them are mounds, and they're not mounds. They are actually pyramids. Yep, Tennessee got pyramids. Absolutely. Sure does. So I'm going to be showing that. I might hold off on that one until tomorrow, because we can look at that one, have our Bible study. And I got some released footage from Asheville, Hurricane Helene, that you may never have seen before. So you can get a glimpse of how bad it was there. Man, that thing was bad. I don't think I've ever seen anything that horrific before in my life. And we've been looking at the floods, but that was probably some of the worst I've ever seen in my life. I can see why a lot of people lost their lives. I really can. So again, I have those together already. I just gotta come on here and publish. Another thing I want you to know, I am now putting my products on Stripe, and that's going to be a gradual process. I put the information in the community tab. So far, I got the gray hair reversal hair growth oil out there, and the 8-ounce hair growth oil are both out on Stripe. So it gives you many other ways of paying. You can pay through Apple, your cards, debit, credit. And I believe you can, eventually it should show up. You can even use Cash App to make your payment for your product. So I got that on the community tab. If you haven't seen it, it is there. And let me do my thank yous. Dark Skin Brother, thank you for your 30-month membership. We got a lot of traffic in the skies nowadays, and our enemies fear what they see. Yes, and I might touch on the NASA and what's going on with them. Because remember, the government is shut down, which means NASA is not going to get any federal funding. So they're pretty much shutting down all of their information on 3I Atlas. And I might put something together on that, and maybe we'll come back a little later so you can see what's going on, because that government shutdown is impacting a lot of things. So NASA's research on 3I Atlas has come to a halt. Dark Skin Brother, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you for gifting another 1 membership. Dark Skin Brother, thank you for the super chat. It's about time they turn on the membership gifting. Yeah, yeah. And Liquid J Funk, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for your support from my channel. I deeply appreciate it. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. And be on the lookout for I got a premiere coming up at 4:15. So I hope to see you all there. Shalom, family.